Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is DJ Rebirth, and this is the any percent category for the game Viviette, which was created by DYA Games. So one really important thing we're going to do here is we're going to select play. We're going to use an empty save slot, which is very important for puzzle solutions and in-game RNG. And then we're going to select easy and count it down. 3, 2, 1, Viviette, Nintendo Switch, let's go. All right, so the game starts off with 3 minutes and 10 seconds of cutscenes. We're going to be button mashing through this, but you'll notice that this game has kind of a 16-bit retro style feel. This game was created in RPG Maker, so it's got a very 16-bit RPG style to it. It reminds me of Illusion of Gaia a little bit, one of my favorite RPGs from way back when. So basically, what you guys are seeing right now is we are outside of a hospital. We're outside of a hospital. And we're about to see what's going on in the hospital. Someone's about to wake up in a bed not knowing where he is, just like any other RPG. Although this is a horror game. This is a top-down horror game that resembles the Clock Tower games. So we are a man by the name of Jules, who just woke up from a prolonged coma, and the nurse is very excited. And Jules asks, "Hey nurse, where am I? I don't remember anything." And she's just so giddy, so excited. She's like, "Let me go get the doctor. Let's go get the old doctor." And he's like, "Okay." So she comes in. She brings the older gentleman doctor with her. Jules immediately perks up. He's like, "Doctor, what am I doing here? Why can't I remember anything? Where was I? What happened?" Doctor's like, "You should talk to the detective." So detective comes in. He's like, "Hello, Jules. I'm Detective Fawcett." Actually, I think Jules' last name is Fawcett. Anyway, so Jules doesn't really know what's going on. Detective's like, "We found you on an island. You were there with your sister and your 3 friends. Can you tell me what happened?" And we're like, maybe. And so basically now we're in the past. We're in Jules' memory. And basically now we are panning down to an abandoned mansion. And we're about to learn what happened and why Jules doesn't have his memory. Also, we are live streaming this right now on Twitch, so I'll be interacting with my chat a little bit. Keep it up, Mahler. Keep up the great work, man. Detective DeSilva, that's his name. So, firstly, here's 2 of our friends, Bryce and Tristan. Bryce, I believe, is the one with the hat. Then there's a kitty cat named Rory. A lady by the name of Dion, and us, Jules. We basically came to this island with our 3 friends, Dion's cat, and our sister, Felice, who happens to be a spiritual medium. She is currently inside the mansion. Something called her to this mansion, so Felice just did, what she does. She busted out a Ouija board that you'll see on the ground, and basically she did what she needed to, and our friends are ready to go. And we're like, "Hey, Felice, let's go." And then she just says nothing, and then just walks into the mansion. And then this happens. Spooky ghost, welcome to Viviette. So, Jules falls unconscious. So he wakes up later, and it's dark, no lights are on. So he's like, "Oh man, where is everyone?" So there's the kitty cat Rory. That's the last time we're gonna see him, unfortunately. But yeah, we're going to the boat. Jules assumes his friends are still at the boat, so now we're making our way down to the boat, where there's also an alchemical lamp, which we're gonna see, or I'm sorry, which we're gonna use to see around. We're gonna see the lamp, then use it to see. All right, so we're going to the boat, and no one is there. Where is everybody? So we're gonna grab the lamp. Now we don't need to turn the lamp on right away. We're gonna do it once we get into the mansion. But we're just going to, absorb the sights and sounds and see what's going on. So as we advance through this run, we'll learn more about what's going on here, where everybody is, and also some trivia about the game. So we're first going into the mansion, going to turn the lamp on. The first thing we need to do is go upstairs and get the solution for an upcoming puzzle. There's a statue we're going to examine. There's going to be 6 flames that light on its hands, and those represent a numeric position. So let's record those. 4, 2, 1, 3, 5, and then the last one is 6. We don't need to observe that full animation, but we do need to examine that pit to get this window open. And now we're on a ledge, a spooky ledge. So we're going across this ledge, and the wind is going to blow really hard. It is complete RNG, but when we hear the wind blowing and we see the plants shaking rapidly, we know to slow down and pause and grab the wall, the ledge, I should say. If we move while that's blowing, we will fall and we'll die. All right, we just barely made it. Sometimes when the wind is blowing, we're going to grab this red book, by the way. Sometimes when the wind is blowing, you can get a couple extra steps in, but sometimes it's just safer to just stop where you are. The same thing goes for entering windows. If the wind is blowing, but you enter a window, you'll enter the window, provided you know, overstep. So now we're going back. Now that we've gone across this ledge. Oh, Dr. DeVault. My chat has corrected me. It's Dr. DeVault. Thanks, Mahler. And actually, the current world record holder, Mahler, of this game, has corrected me. And he's hanging out in chat. Good to have you here, Mahler. All right, so we're going to turn this on, and we're going to go to the master bedroom, which is unlocked. And we're going to hear a spooky baby. We're going to get this emblem by entering a puzzle solution, which we already know. We're going to fall through this pit. Now, there's a painting at the back of the room that determines what the solution is to that puzzle. It's basically just a picture of people with varying heights, and then you just press the arrows based on their height. So we have found our sister Felice. We did it, guys. We found Felice. We're like, hey, Felice, what are you doing here? She apparently is her eyes were closed, but she's at this dining room table. We're like, hey, Felice, let's get out of here. She's like, no, I don't wanna. I'm here with my friend Viviette. And that's actually a dummy that's missing its face. And, you know, Jules is like, let's get out of here. She's like, okay, but here, drink this tea. And, you know, us thinking, okay, well, this is our sister. You know, we'll drink some tea, whatever. And then we'll go. Well, we unfortunately fall unconscious for the third time. We fell unconscious in the main foyer. We fell unconscious when we fell through the pit, go into this room, and now we fell unconscious in this dining room. So first thing we're going to do is turn the light on. We're going to go to this grandfather clock, enter this solution. There's actually a little bulletin board outside of this room in the hallway that has crustaceans on it with Roman numerals labeled 1 through 12. 2 of those are out of order. So essentially you take those Roman numerals to the clock, you enter those, and then that's how you unlock it. So we're going to take this emblem, put it in this statue. We're going to grab this maestro key, and now we're going to go to this hallway. And we unfortunately just heard a cat meow in distress, and there is a now dead cat and somebody holding a bloody knife looking out a broken window. And it's our sister, and her eyes are glowing red, and she's big and scary and laughing ominously. Hey, Serious Sandwich. Welcome to the stream. We're doing SGDQ commentary. So we're escaping Felice. It's our sister who's now chasing us with a knife, a bloody knife. We're going to go in the kitchen, grab this bucket. Okay, sometimes she can come through the doors, but she chose not to. So we're going to turn our lights off. We're just going to run past her. If the lights are off, we get a little bit of headway on her. If she catches up to us, there's a little QTE sequence where we need a button mash. One thing to note is while we're running, as we run, our stamina is actually our health. We can continuously run in this game, but it wears our stamina / health down. Okay, we're gonna use a bucket, get some water, and if our health is down and we run into her, we will instantly die. Jules, he rapidly restores stamina, so sometimes it's good to like not run, but at the same time, we do need to run to get through this quickly. No, not yet, Serious Sandwich. We are currently doing our commentary for this game, so this is actually going to be the VOD that we submit to GDQ. Alright, so we're going to go to this room. We're going to use this maestro key. You can see Felice in the hallway. We're going to grab this blue book. Now we're going to face this hallway, or I'm sorry, this fireplace. We're going to use the bucket. Go through this back hallway. Now this barrel, as we pass it, like some dust rises from it. If we do that 3 times, that barrel will fall and kill the person underneath it, who is our friend Dion. So now we're going into this little machine shop here in the basement. We're going to grab this crowbar, and now we're actually entering the most dangerous part of the game. We need to get out of the mansion as efficiently and quickly as possible. So we're going to do that. Felice can show up, and that's actually really bad if she shows up, so we want her to not show up. But yeah, welcome, Serious Sandwich. Good to see you, my friend. Oh, and there she is. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do that. yeah, that is one of the most dangerous places to encounter her. But it's okay, we got past her. So yeah, we just have to kind of strategically move forward, turn the lantern off if necessary. That was literally, that was godly RNG in the terms of how we were able to avoid her. So go us. All right, so we're going to a little wood shop now. And we're gonna use the crowbar we got to pull these boards off. All right, so now that we've gotten these wooden planks, we're gonna go all the way back to the basement, just the way we came. But fortunately for us, Felice is indisposed. She is now in the basement, and she's not gonna mess with us for a little while. So kind of what's going on here, the story of this mansion is that it was owned by kind of an affluent couple. I don't recall what the husband's name was, but the wife's name was Viviette, the namesake of this game. And essentially, Viviette herself was a spiritual medium, although she didn't realize it until kind of later in her life. She kind of realized it a little too late. But basically, Viviette was barren and she could not conceive children. Her husband really wanted to conceive children. There's a spooky ghost, and there's our sister waiting for us on the other side of this pit. We're going to use these planks. We're going to run past here. We're going to go in this room. In the wine cellar that we ran through, there's a little diorama with figures on it, similar to this. There are some figures missing from the diorama. Those are the ones we just pushed, the shell, star, and crab. That made the statue release this key, so now we got the Greco key. Alright, so now what we're going to do is, watch out for that. We're going to go down, we're going to unlock this door. Very, very important move there. We're going to go into the women's restroom here.
I'm coming to London.
Oh my gosh. It's Fallen Isle. What's up, Fallen Isle? Thank you so much for the host and the raid. I really appreciate it. How's it going tonight? Welcome to the stream. I really, really appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Little raid message went off. Hey, Boone. How's it going, sir? We're doing some SGDQ commentary. Hope you guys are doing wonderful tonight. We are just transferring blood from a bathtub to another bathtub. Very exciting. A literal mobile bloodbath, if you will. But I hope... my chat says it's mud. So yeah, I hope your stream went well tonight, Isel. But again, thank you for the host and the raid. I really appreciate it. So what we're doing right now is we are transferring Liquid A from Bathtub A into Bathtub B. And the reason we're doing this is because when we finally put all the blood in the other bathtub, that's cool, Isel. That's very cool. This mirror breaks, and we get this little white rook chess piece, which we're going to need later. Alright, so apparently I forgot to split, so... Oh wait, no, we didn't forget to split, we were just off of there. Anyway, that's fine. Alright, so... we're going to go up this stairway, and we're going to go through this doorway right here. Alright, and suddenly our sister, who is not able to play piano very well, is now a seasoned professional piano player. How did that happen? We have no idea. We're like, Felice, how are you playing piano? And she's like, you never loved me. Why have you done this to me? So she totally thinks we're somebody else. Alrighty, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to this statue that matches the statue from the hallway, and we're going to enter that solution very carefully. 4, 2, 1, 3, 5, and 6. We're going to get this chess piece, and we're going to grab these plier cutters. Hey, Tiny Taste. Not at the moment. We're doing commentary right now, so you're gonna have to wait just a little bit. And then, oh, there she is. Oh, there's our little QTE sequence. Now you guys can kind of see that. All right, so that's how you avoid her. So what we're going to do is now we're going back here. We're going to the doll bedroom, as we call it, and we're going to grab a crank. We're going to grab a crank. We're going to split. And now we're going to exit. Now there's a little diorama, not all these dioramas, of crows on a grid on the armoire in that bedroom, and that's actually contains the solution to another puzzle. So what we're going to do now is... we're going to take the wire cutters, and again, welcome everyone, it's good to see you guys. We're going to take the wire cutters, and we're going to use it to cut down this old branch. And so now we're going to take this tree branch to the wood shop that we were at earlier. gonna take it to the old wood shop. And we're gonna place it on the conveyor belt. Alright, so we're gonna use the crank that we found, and we're gonna activate this. But we're only gonna cut that first branch. If we cut the large one, it will explode in a big pile of blood. I believe our friend Tristan is actually inside of that. Surprise, our friends are stashed around the mansion in various locations, and we can accidentally kill them. That's how our friends end up dying. But if we don't kill them, that spells good things for us. Although in this category, it doesn't really matter, because we get the very bad ending anyway. So we're doing this statue puzzle now, which you get the solution from later in the game. There's a lot of steps to get to it, and we actually save a ton of time by memorizing it. So there's a number of puzzles we don't need to do. We actually skip about 20% of this game. So we're going to go ahead and grab this little chess piece. And now we're going to use the key we got in the wood shop and do some graveyard stuff. Alright, so that little diorama in the bedroom contained positions for these crows. I just like to say that they're positioned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 from left to right, top to bottom. So we need to essentially get these crows. My solution is 3, 5, 7, and 1. Alright, there we go. So we got the crows on 3, 5, 7, and I needed to access grave 1. We got the Lebecchio key. So now we're going to take that key back into the mansion. The crows are 100% RNG, by the way. There's no way to manipulate them. You just got to hope they're going to land on the correct graves. It's a heck of a puzzle. But there's our sister, Felice, getting in a good cry. Getting a nice, good cry. So she's still like, who are you? Well, actually, no. She's like, you killed me, blah, blah, blah. We later come to realize that our sister Felice is possessed by Viviette, the former woman of the house. All right. So now what we need to do is we need to go upstairs. We need to go in this little room with the nautical star. That nautical star on the desk is actually a solution to another puzzle, but we actually don't do it during this run because we already memorized the statue solution. So, all right, so we're going to do the red book, red, blue, and green, from right to left. The solution to this puzzle is actually at the rear of the room. There's a shelf with a certain number of color books, and basically you just match that shelf numerically. So we took care of that. We're now going to go down. We're going to go ahead and get a handsaw from the little greenhouse, if you will. Let's grab the handsaw. All right, so now we're going to go downstairs. And we're going to go into this music room. We're going to use the small key that we obtained from the book puzzle. And now we're going to trigger this music box. D, G, F, F, E. 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 D, G, F, F, then E. D, G, F, F, E. D, G, F, F, E. Very important that we say it out loud. So we memorize it. All right, so D, G, F, F, E. There we go. So now we're going to open this secret panel and get this chess piece. Okay, so we're going to go into this room, and we're going to use a saw on this dummy. There's a number of dummies in this room. The one with the hat actually has our friend in it. So we don't want to saw the head off of that, but basically there's a chess piece we need that's inside one of those dummies, and one of our friends is in it. So, ooh, that's the second time she's shown up. My God, unbelievable! All right, that's again one of the most dangerous rooms for her to show up in, but it's good that she showed up in there because now we can complete this last little area with ease. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the right of this bookshelf. We're going to push this bookshelf over. And now we're going to access this panel on the wall and place those chess pieces. So first we're going to do the white rook, then the white knight, followed by the black bishop, followed by the white bishop, followed by the black knight, followed by the black rook. So now we're going to look at this. This panel is going to open up. We're going to get this big key, one of the most important keys in the game. So we're going to go through here, and we're going to go across that spooky ledge. So basically, what I was saying was Viviette was incapable of bearing children. This enraged her husband. Then Viviette started to see the ghosts of children, just seeing them, because she discovered she was a spiritual medium. She told her husband about this. This enraged him. He went kind of bonkers, and he decided, you know what? I'm gonna kill my wife, just like that. So he built a dance studio at the rear of his house. We haven't seen it yet, but we will soon. With two-way directional mirrors. What essentially he did is he trapped Viviette in the dance hall, and he basically let her starve to death. He did give her water, but obviously that was not enough to sustain her life. By the way, we are in the attic now. We're gonna grab this mirror, and Felice shows up, and she realized that we have a mirror. She's like, "No, I don't want to look in a mirror. Give that to me." So the thing with the mirrors, why mirrors enrage her. And by the way, Felice just fell out a window, and now she's dead because we went for the very bad ending. In the very good ending, you save her and you save your friends, but in this iteration, she dies. This is the any percent category. So essentially, Viviette watched herself die because she watched herself slowly starve to death in many mirrors, and so she eventually died. But being a spiritual medium, her spirit lived on, and so in her husband's madness, after his wife died, he decided to just make a bunch of dummies just for the sheer heck of it. So he made a bunch of dummies, puppets, and Viviette, being the powerful spirit she now was, possessed one of them and essentially killed her husband. She murdered her husband to get revenge for what he did to her. And you actually find out all this out by going the route of the good ending. But the bad ending, you have no idea. So now we've used the mirror on this rear wall. We are now in the dance studio. And look who it is! It's Viviette! We found her corpse, just huddled in the corner, kind of grinning, kind of strangely. And then she appears in these mirrors. And Jules is like, "Who are you? Why are you doing this to me? Why did you do this to my sister? Leave us alone! Leave us alone, damn it!" And so, at this point, Viviette's just kind of messing with him and basically making him break down. She's not saying anything to him, but he's just shouting, and she's making pictures of images of his sister appear. And he just essentially breaks down because now his sister's dead. She's completely dead. And he's just breaking down. He's like, "Oh my god, what have I done? This is madness. I can't believe this happened." And then all of a sudden, Viviette bum rushes him. And then he falls unconscious. And the next thing we know, he wakes up in a hospital where he originally had amnesia, but now he remembers everything. So he told the detective, and the detective's like, "Huh, interesting. Well, it's a lot of circumstantial evidence that says that you killed your sister and your friends. So I'm going to go ahead and take you to jail." So now Jules is just kind of pleading with him, but essentially, Jules gets implicated for the deaths of his sister, as well as Bryce and Tristan and Dion. He doesn't get charged for the death of Rory, who I think was the MVP of the game. I'm sad the cat died. But either way, that's how this route goes, with the very bad ending. In the good ending, you save Felice by pushing a hay bale underneath the window. You get into the courtyard outside the kitchen, and she survives. But essentially, we got a 23:48. So the in-game time is pretty close to the RTA time. It's pretty close to the RTA time, but overall, it's a pretty quick run, but a lot of little tech here and there, a lot of little things we need to do, a lot of items we need to grab, things we need to move into positions, but it's pretty rapid and pretty fun. So definitely a fun little speed run. But overall, thank you so much again for reviewing my submission. I really appreciate it. Either way, I will be witnessing SGDQ 2020 in person or for my television. Hope to be there in person. But thank you so much again for your time. I really, really appreciate it. Thanks again, and we'll see you later. Bye!